I'm cute. We look good. You got the little scully on. I got the brim on. She got the buns. Y'all, where you at? Stick your head over here with the turban on.
What's up, y'all?
Let's give Nick Cannon the turban. Nick Cannon,
turban, no way.
All turban, no kids.
Yeah.
Shirts coming soon. All turban. No kids.
I know, honestly, that's why I put one on tonight because, like, I went and stalked your page a little bit.
Perfect.
So I was like, we doing the turbans tonight.
Yes.
Let's go.
I said, let me bring the brim out. Give me the brim status.
Protecting your crown.
Yes.
Where you go. I don't even perform without one.
Are you serious?
It's very rare. If I do perform without one, it's literally only because I could not didn't have time to wrap it or it literally was just throwing my whole outfit off. Yeah. But I feel so uncomfortable without performing a turban on.
Do you only wear turbans made out of like an actual scarf, or you make turbans out of shirts or whatever you?
No, I have a lady who is a good friend of mine. Her name is Sandra Ray. She owns Afro Crowns.
Okay.
And so what she does is she makes authentic African turban and rabbits to wrap your head. So she actually wraps my head. If I don't do it myself, she is always there. If she's coming to my show, I always say,
I was about to say, let me know if you're designated rapper.
She'll wrap it.
Yeah,
I got you.
Looking at your page, I can tell it's like professionally wrapped because I did mine in the bathroom,
But it looks good.
But I looked at her and I'm like, yeah, I need whoever.
It's like a whole thing. Like we have to do this whole thing. Like she keeps me like when I'm trying to get my mind right to prepare to be on stage and stay grounded. She is in there, so it's almost like a whole.
It's like a ritual. That's what you don't mess that up, right?
So does the turban have meaning that we may not know about that of the reason of why you wear it?
So
part of your ritual
for ladies and men, a lot of Arabic will wear, especially Arabic men, they will wear the crown for like certain celebrations or funerals, or it does have like you wear certain colors for a certain event or certain venue. Usually your crown, your turban is used for like any type of celebration or something, determines what color you wear. Okay. But ultimately, as far as me, and from like the Kemetic like studies that I've done, it's like I'm really big on like spirituality things. Yeah. So I like protect your crown. Yeah. Protect your crown. I always say that. Protect your crown. Protect your crown.
This piece you got on your wrist. I guess when you said spiritually, right? So I'm like, I'm just checking out the whole vibe. I can tell you really.
You hear me saying protect your crown?
Yeah.
Protect your crown.
Song by Sampler?
Yes.
Okay.
You never.
caught the vibes.
I
caught the vibes.
You in business.
Listen, because I believe in like you don't know where you go. So as an artist, I believe that you always have to be grounded. Yes. It's okay to be confident. Yeah. Always be grounded. And that's I feel like and I didn't get that from anywhere. That's just something that I took on. Mm-hmm. Me wrapping my head keeps me grounded. That whole process of me wrapping my head, I'm automatically thinking of all the negative thoughts that I have said for myself. Yeah, like that's powerful. Are you gonna hit that right? Note right. Are you gonna forget the lyrics? Are the people gonna like you? All that I'm able to get up in my head and out. Yeah. And so by the time she finished wrapping my head, I feel like my crown is protected. So I've gotten those negative thoughts out, and they cannot come back in. So I'm able to stand on stage and do what I do and be who I am. So
I love those that are not understanding when he say crown, the mindset, baby.
The mindset. You gotta protect your mindset.
The mindset. Those that make it lost in translation.
Yeah.
Bring it back. It's talking about the mind. It's the mindset. Crown, aka mindset.
I love that. I love that a lot. So we done kind of got started with the interview already without the intro, but welcome to H-Town Talks. It's your girl Queen Simba. We got our co-host here, Daisy. Let's go. And Stoney with 2 N's right over here. Drop his pins. And we have with us today Kristoffer, Leshaun, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we got him with us. I know you have a new single out that you've been promoting. Come with me, right?
Come with me.
So tell us about that. How that came about.
So Come With Me is my second single. Okay. My first single was put out 2 years ago. And everybody who knows me knows that I am the fairy tale love singer.
Yeah.
I mean,
romance.
I like the romance.
Yes.
I'm a hopeless romantic, like through and through.
Things that have been lost in America.
Okay.
Right. and even when I'm singing or writing music, I like to paint this perfect fairy tale or fantasy of love that I feel like it does. And I believe it does. And I feel like my music is to reintroduce that to people and to say, hey, or if they're already experiencing that, I want to help play on that fantasy.
Relate to it.
So you can remind yourself, oh, that's why I got with you. Because we can be in love for so long. And we still need reminders.
Speak on it. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Because we may wake up and have a bad day. Yeah. And can't stand each other that day.
Yes. Yep.
But always go back to why you chose that person.
Yes. It's the reason why. The reason why. If the reason why can't get you to stay, then it was never a reason why.
Right.
Or it was, or y'all had finally met that part of your life where you have just originally grown up.
Right. Yeah. And it was an experience.
And it was an experience more than it was going to be a season.
Right.
Like that type of thing. It was what it was, and that's what it was. But
and so Come With Me was created because actually it was kind of a personal experience.
Okay.
But also wasn't. And so Come With Me was talking about, hey, I'm on this stage. I'm doing all this stuff, but I don't have to have that.
Yeah.
I can enjoy. We don't have to go on fancy dinners. We don't have to go to the biggest club and be in the VIP booths popping bottles. We can just be chilling at home, cuddled up, just you and me. And this is our own VIP section, just us. It's
our
just
personal
us.
VIP.
This is our personal VIP.
Yeah, we already paying rent for it.
Right.
We already paying rent. They don't make
30 days.
They don't make too much no more. They don't like Christmas no more.
From a different term.
Yes.
I like that.
I got the bars. The boss.
I love that.
I love it. This gonna be a hashtag. Cut
from
from different
I love it. You want a t-shirt?
Yes.
We can make you one.
Make sure I write it down.
Yes.
T-shirt from a different term.
Because I know we do.
Coming soon. Make sure y'all get that merch. That's the slogan now. Create it right here.
I'm gonna be everywhere.
H-Town Talks.
Yeah, so that's how it was created. It was just, I wanted to do something different. I said, everybody knows me to sing a love ballad. Let me give something that's gonna pop, have the people moving, yet still have my same message.
Yes.
So, and that's how it came about.
That's what's up. First of all, it's a great song. I was telling
Deanna. Great song.
Yeah,
we both was talking about it.
I was telling Deanna that I had to pause it first. Listen, okay. Because she sent it over to me. She's like, check it out, see how you think it's going to flow with the podcast and everything. So, boom, I check it out and hit play. And it's like, come with me. I ain't going to hit you no because you know what we can do. And I thought you were John Legend.
Oh.
And I'm not saying it to...
I hear that all out.
I'm not saying it to,
compare,
nothing like that. But I pressed pause and I was like, I know Deanna. And I just get John Legend to come to H-Town. I know she did. You know what I mean? So I had to go back. I said, can you send me
Leshaun, baby.
Because thank God, you are on your way. Like, your vocals are crazy.
They are.
Your vocals are crazy. They are amazing.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
I get that a lot.
John Legend?
I do get that.
Okay.
I get John Legend and I get called Huntsville Mally. Because Mally Music. So Mally Music, I study him.
I love him.
John Legend, I study him.
Okay.
Those two are my influence.
Like your aesthetic. That's your aesthetic.
Okay.
Yeah, so even though I do know for a fact that I sound very similar to him, but I still try to just put me in it.
No, but you come out. That's what I'm saying. You come out. Like when it first comes on, like you said, you can tell that those are influences for you.
Inflections.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that you do, like, you know the song Made to Love, John Legend?
Yes.
It's like I could hear you doing something like that. So if we get that in the works too. Listen.
Every show that I have, there is not a show that I don't do at least one John Legend song.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even if I'm doing all originals,
Yeah.
I try to slide one cover. If it's gonna be a cover that slid in there, it's gonna be
John Legend. I love that.
Oh, that's
I
right.
love that. Shout out to John Legend.
Yes.
Shout out to him.
They just had a baby.
Yeah,
They just had another baby.
They did.
Okay.
Like 2 days ago, I guess.
John, you still getting it in. I ain't know like that. Let's go.
Like Nick Cannon. Don't get as many.
Right.
Don't
get as many as Nick.
No shade to Nick.
No,
a
not at
whole
all.
Zoom call for Christmas.
I'm trying to
Everybody.
in the place.
That's the only way you're going to be able to do it.
That's it.
Because it's not enough hours in the day.
It's not.
only 24 hours and you got 17
about,
numbers.
I was like about 24 kids.
You only got like 3 hours. So
per kid.
Yeah.
Per kid. You got to do double dates.
Right.
Because to get them to fit. So you've been doing music. I went to your website.
Mm-hmm.
You've been doing music since 2016. Is that correct?
So as a solo artist, yes.
Okay.
I sung gospel music.
I see it.
Doing, of course, most of us singers grow up in gospel.
Yes.
Grow up in
rappers.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's where we get our foundation. So gospel music was my foundation. I come from the singing family that you see on social media where everybody in the household, one cousin or uncle get on the piano and the whole family sings.
Yes.
That's the family I come from.
Okay.
My grandmother was the choir director for the youth, young adult, and mass choir. We used to actually
you didn't have a choice.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't have a choice.
We actually do something that you had to.
Yeah.
Right. And my grandmother we actually used to have youth choir rehearsal in our living room. So people would come over. When I was little, I remember people coming over to the house and we would have rehearsal.
Church at the house. Yeah.
At the house.
Yes.
It wasn't even that, right? It wasn't even
I know
that.
y'all had some soulful music.
All of us
Just
sing.
at
My
the house.
sister is a worship leader.
Yes.
My cousin, he's a minister of music. He travels all over the world playing. He plays keys. He travels all over the world playing for different gospel artists.
Okay.
And so I've always had the privilege of singing in church, and then I had the opportunity of singing background for different gospel artists.
Okay.
But I realized I as much as I love my upbringing, I don't want to be a gospel singer.
There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's like I want to paint my own lane, paint my own picture.
Yeah.
Like I want to go my own way.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of a free-spirited person, so I like to explore my own journey.
Yeah.
And so in 2016, I was like, that was around the time I moved back to Huntsville.
Okay.
And I started being.
So I moved here the same year.
Really?
2016.
Oh yeah, I moved back.
I
moved back to Huntsville in 2016, and around that time is when I started. The R&B vibes started coming up, and I started doing like
that. May be where we saw
that's what I did.
R&B vibes.
It may have been because I started doing cover shows then, like a lot of us artists in Huntsville. We did do R&B vibes, we did other venues, and then I started branching out and doing my own shows here and there. And then after my first single came out, it was like my first single came out in 2020. And it's called I Do, and it's the perfect love song as far as for singing it. You want if you want to propose to somebody, you want to sing, you want to get married. That's wedding song.
Right there.
I Do. Y'all better go check it
I
out.
Do song.
I Do by Kristoffer Leshaun.
Yes.
And I did that, and I did a music video to it, and it was like the response that I got. It really dawned on me like, I can really do this.
Yeah.
This is really something that I've always dreamed about doing. It's always been my passion. It's like, even since I was a little boy, like people would say, what you want to be when you grow up? I've always said, I want to be a singer.
Yeah.
You know, always.
So you never dabbled into rap or nothing like that? It's just always been singing?
I can write a song like that. But I can't rap for nothing.
For nothing. I feel that.
If it came to... If you rap this, if you rap this song, or we're gonna kill you.
Oh, I got that.
Well, I'm gonna work on that. We don't want you to die.
So we ABC in rapping, or
right?
We got
ABC.
Knick-knack, paddywhack.
Right. Give a dog a bone. And how you want me to say the bone? Right.
How you want to hear
Bone Thugs and Harmony,
or Cardi B,
right?
Or you want to make it Stallion?
Like, look what they say. What is he giving?
I can even sing and rap it like Drake.
Right. Yes. Sing Drake. You ain't gonna die then.
Right.
Because he do a little bit of both.
Right.
You good.
So I'm good. He's a little bit of both. He's a combination of both.
He really is.
So that's how I started. And so 2016 was really the year like, okay, this is me me I'm doing this, and that's what I've been doing like ever since. And
I
I've
love
been
that.
blessed.
Say that. Like, I love that you say that you moved back to Huntsville, and that's kind of like where you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like where it blew up, and that's literally like I was thinking about that this morning talking to my fiance. Hey,
did you use the song I Do?
I did not.
Oh.
But we're using it at our wedding.
Yes,
It
that's
is-
perfect.
we are using it.
Are you gonna sing it?
No,
You
absolutely
think it'll be
not.
too
What?
much?
You should sing your vows to him.
No.
He like, nah. No.
He should be coming down.
I'm not
doors
doing
open. Don't even have a microphone.
He-
Had a mic like
He
Jenny.
and I both talked about it, and I was like, I'm not singing in my own.
I feel it.
He was like, you're not gonna sing to me. I love you, but no.
Yeah, you can get some too.
It's your day.
Right.
You want
Right.
one
And I'll have a whole
whole.
concert the day after,
Okay.
Oh,
so I have to.
Yeah, just
Control
control
your
your
vocals.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
that
This is
makes
dedicated
sense.
to. That's what
Yeah.
you're gonna
This
Right.
is dedicated to our wedding yesterday.
Yeah.
Right. Right. This
This is for you. This is for
You're
you.
right.
This is
You're
for
right
you.
there. You're right there. Right.
Okay.
So
Well, congratulations.
Thank
on
you,
that.
thank you.
We love the black love.
I love it. He and I, we've been together for 2 years now, and we are finally getting married
Oh, I love that.
on Friday. It's actually a whole weekend event. Friday is our wedding. Then Saturday night is it's my comeback.
This
concert.
Friday?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I
That's
know it.
exclusive
I know
right
it.
there.
Are we getting exclusives?
I know it. I know it.
We might have to turn y'all off. Y'all might have to catch me on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's dope.
it's Friday.
Congratulations.
So is the performance, is that the one on the 21st, the
Mhm.
Encore?
Yes.
Okay.
It is called the Encore because it is technically my comeback concert. I haven't been on stage since in a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So this is the Encore for you.
Yeah. So everybody's been asking, when you coming back on stage? I've put out a single.
Yeah.
But I haven't been on stage. But that's a whole like.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I'm excited and nervous at the same time because everybody's been asking, when you coming back? When you coming back on stage? But I had to consider my health from the accident I was in.
I saw that.
That's what took me off the stage.
Yes.
So
Thank God you.
But I'm happy you came back from
Yes.
With a passion.
We saw the whole process. My wife actually was scrolling on the page and said, "Did you know he had an accident?" I must have scrolled by, just like scrolling too fast. And she showed it to me. So what was that like for you? Like that?
it was
Weird.
scary.
Yeah.
The last 6 months have been the worst 6 months of my life.
Mm.
It started from January, beginning of the year, and me and my fiance, we decided to buy a home together because we were getting married. We wanted to get something that we can get together. So because we bought a home together, I was like, let me not book any shows or anything. Let me just do studio time, but let me not book any shows and stuff so I can really focus on, getting moved out of this house and us getting moved in our new house. So I booked my first show over the summer. No problem. Singles, working on it, and it's getting great, and no problem. The day my single released, the day Come With Me released, I was in an almost fatal accident. So I had a real bad accident, and I flipped twice, and it almost killed me. I didn't even know it because I was in a coma.
For how long?
It wasn't long. Surprisingly, I was not in a coma long, but I lost my memory.
Yeah.
So I have no memory of that moment. I had a head bleed that happened. That stopped on its own. They were supposed to go into surgery to try to stop it.
I know
My
the
family was my fiance, my family, and all of our friends were waiting on the phone call of when will Kristoffer wake up, because I was intubated and everything. They didn't know when doctors couldn't tell me when I would wake up or if I would wake up. I fractured my spine, my L3 in my spine. I broke my scapula, and so that threw all my shows off.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything that summer because I was in a hospital. Had to go to rehab before I could come home.
Learn to walk and everything.
I was able to walk. It was just I had to have a cane.
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn how to walk with the cane, keep from falling, and then get to where I could walk by myself. But it was a little bit that I couldn't stand long enough to even sing 1 minute.
Yeah.
let alone doing a whole show. So this is the first time that I'm doing a whole show coming back from that.
Yeah.
And so it was a journey.
Yeah.
It was a journey, and then I was grateful for surviving that.
Yes.
It sent my family through a scare. It sent my fiance through a real bad scare.
Yes.
Our friends through a scare, and then November comes around, and I'm like, November 6th is my birthday.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I'm grateful that I survived that accident and that I'm living to see another year. I'm just ready. I'm excited. I'm ready to get back into music. I'm ready to do that. And then in the middle of us celebrating my birthday, I get the phone call that my mom has. Suddenly out of nowhere. So it's been really hard. It's been really hard. That's why I say the last 6 months have been the worst time of my life.
Yeah.
And so the concert on Saturday is not only just a concert. The Encore is not only just a concert. At first we called the Encore because it was like, okay, me surviving the accident, now being able to get back on stage, this is my comeback show.
Yeah.
What everybody's been asking. But now, on top of the accident, on top of losing my mom and having to mentally recharge, and I'm still mentally recharging.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's still fresh.
Yeah.
And so this concert this Saturday is almost like I'm still standing and I'm pursuing concept.
Yeah.
It's another, and I
made
take
it.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
And I've always looked at my life as my prayer every day is allow my success to be an open door for somebody else.
Absolutely.
And so I look at this as hard as tragic as these last 6 months were. Me getting back up and people seeing me on stage is proof that if you don't quit, what you can survive and what you can accomplish.
Yes.
So I want to be a light to others, saying don't give up no matter what.
Yes.
Because there is always light to every tunnel.
It is.
Even though it may be a long tunnel, it may be a long ass tunnel, but there's always light at the end. But you will never see that light if you quit. And so this concert is just showing that no, I never quit. I took a step back to heal. Yes. But now I'm back.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And we're ready to hit the gas.
Right. I love that.
It's gonna be crazy.
That's some motivation for y'all. That's some everything for y'all, because them 6 months I can relate to. I can't relate on the accident part,
100%.
but I know we didn't all have tragic events to where they just knock you down, make you stop, and make you think like, okay, am I done? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Or it had you questioning everything. So the fact that you healed your body, your mind, and you're still healing with your mind, you know what I'm saying? Because the loss of a parent is something that will never really fully be healed, in my opinion.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
agree.
In my opinion. I went through a process where I almost lost my mom, and she, thank God, she's still here, still kicking. You know what I'm saying? I thank God
But
for
that was
her every day. But
scary experience.
it was one of the scariest moments.
Yeah.
So for you to say that you actually lost your mom, I feel for you.
Yeah,
you're
not giving a blueprint.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're not.
So it's it's almost like I went through a phase. Like the first couple of weeks, I was like, I spent all this time figuring out who I was as a person. But then the person that created me is no longer here. Yeah. So for a little bit, I went through a phase. Just for like a week or two, I went through a phase. I was like, I feel like I've lost my identity again.
Yeah.
It's like that is the bulk of my music and what I do. I not only want to be successful, I want to sell millions of records. I want to travel all over the world. But I really, really, and when it all boils down to it, is I want my music, my career to be a blueprint for others to say, if you don't quit, this is what can happen.
Yes.
But if we don't see examples, we won't get it.
Yes.
And it's hard. It's hard for those who have to be the example, because that means we have to go through shit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We have to go through shit. But then I have to
yeah.
realize that it's not just about me. Yeah, my feelings hurt. Yeah. But I'll heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my healing and me standing on the stage, I'm a light to somebody else who may be internally dealing with something and ain't told nobody. But just seeing me and using me as an example, they're able to push past it. So to me, that is, I don't have to have $1 million in my account. If somebody messages me and be like, you know what, I almost quit until I met you.
Yeah.
That just changed my life.
It's so
You know?
And I it's gonna be plenty of people. And after they see this, and after they, because your music speaks for itself. You know what I mean? But seeing the person behind the music and actually being able to experience their personality, and they go back and they watch this and they see what you went through for the last 6 months, and they go on your page and see what you came back from that wreck, you are going to inspire somebody to keep going, no matter if it's in music, if it's in NASCAR racing, whatever it is. It's going to be because of your, you know what I'm saying, your story. Like, you have to believe that for sure.
I do.
For sure.
I really think it's really interesting that you said, like, we going back to the Huntsville thing, you came back to Huntsville, and Huntsville was the light. And I'm like, I know we all are like in love with Huntsville. It's our home.
It's the Rocket City.
It is the Rocket City.
It is the city that you
I lived in Atlanta in the hair capital, and I got my pop in Huntsville.
Really?
And I think it's cool too if you notice, like within the last, I would even say year, but I'll give it 2 years for Huntsville. It has blown. Like the music. And I don't even want to say like just the, you know, I don't want to make it small. The music industry in Huntsville has become Atlanta size almost. Like skip the Birmingham, we're going straight to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I wonder, like, you coming back in 2016 versus now, do you feel that change? Like, do you see more?
Absolutely. It is mind blowing that the opportunities as us as local artists are getting. The venues, the support. It's like you don't have to go to Birmingham. You don't have to go to Atlanta. You don't have to go to Nashville to get live entertainment. You have it right here. You just gotta come out.
Exactly.
You know, you just gotta
but
come
they
out.
say outside.
Yeah, you gotta come outside. It's safe to come outside.
You don't feel like
right. And if you don't feel like you safe, put your mask on. And that is
get your designer mask, whatever you got to do.
Right. You know, so it's like I see the difference. It is such a huge difference. But another thing about it is I look at it as a push. Because, you know, we artists, especially Huntsville artists, we talk to each other a lot. We're all good friends. We also, that's one of the things I do love about us. And I pray that we never lose it, even as we continue to grow, is that we never lose the authentic feelings that we have towards each other. We support each other. If I'm not doing a show that weekend, know that I've paid to go to see one of the other artist shows, and it's genuinely there for just to support. I pray that we never lose that because we are doing really good with that. But it also is pushing us because we know that Huntsville is growing. We know that the music scene in Huntsville is. It's not even just the music scene. It's Huntsville in general. It's just growing. So
industry,
every industry
honestly
is in Huntsville right now. Right, it's growing, and so
it's the #1 city to move to right now.
Exactly, and so the people are coming. Just give the people something to
talk about.
Right, talk about. Let our skills need to elevate as the city grows, as the industry grows. We have to grow. And we have to grow. And I mean, like,
I'm glad you said that.
I feel like that's the part that's missing. No one knows that. Like you said, Atlanta, you name all the cities around, because in my mind, since I moved here, I be like, who they think they Atlanta? Who they think they this? Because they do, and it's okay to think that. Now they're actually moving like that. I lived in Atlanta, and I lived over other places, so now that I'm seeing that resemblance, but in their own way, it's getting consistent, staying up on it. Like, I feel like that's what's going to get it going. Keep it going, actually.
Huntsville is popping.
It is. I love us. I'm not going nowhere.
So you gotta come here.
They got fire under Huntsville's, but whereas I feel like the rest of the world that I've been traveled to already moved like that, and it was okay to sit down and be comfortable and take the break. But Huntsville didn't take the break. It was like, okay, we can come from behind these clocks where we can really do something. But I really want
like, all y'all sit down.
Everybody gonna pay attention. Now let me hone in, and this is the most I've seen since I've been here about to be 6 years now, and this is the most I've seen of just shucking and jiving. I came from Atlanta, so imagine I was down here like, okay, the hustle down here is like,
and I was
so
also
looking at that now, the music industry and stuff, man, it's lit. It is lit. Couldn't find an artist before. And
I also love how you touched on the support of the other artists that you get as well, because we have talked to plenty of artists and they just feel like they don't have support. Like, oh man, you gotta go to Birmingham, you gotta go to Atlanta, you gotta do this. But he's telling y'all, telling y'all the support is here. Maybe it's the venue
and cross support. Rap don't have to just go to rap shows. R&B don't have to just go to R&B shows. Cross support the cultures. Cross support the music. Collab. That's what's gonna keep it going. Collaborations is what's gonna keep it going.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's gonna get big.
Yeah, and open
genres.
Open your mind.
Yes.
We don't. We're not gonna have the same genre of music.
No.
We're not gonna have the same beliefs.
Lifestyle.
We're not gonna have the same lifestyle. We're not gonna have the same type of love.
Yeah.
But
the one thing y'all
that's what makes it dope
is the love for music.
Right. That's all that matters.
That's all
Nash it. Rappers come to R&B shows. R&B shows. Go to rap. Because I have a couple of friends who I have one friend who Jazz McKenzie. She's gonna be on the show for Saturday night. She is amazing. She travels. Her voice is like
it's like a lot. Right?
Every time she sings, I'm like, sister.
It sounds like the melting pot.
You go deacon mode on sister.
Yeah, I can't take no more. She is such a soulful blues singer. You want to hear an oldie? She gonna give it to you.
So she'll be at your show Saturday?
She will be
at your show. Okay.
Come on, get your tickets.
And GK will be in the building.
And so she is like a soulful artist. Another friend of mine, Pat Jamar, he's gonna be at the show.
Okay.
He is a one man. He's a machine,
honey,
because he's a one man band. Literally, he can do a whole show, drums, keys, everything. He sits and he gets his stuff show together so well that he don't even need a band sometimes.
Oh yeah, I love that.
If he adds a band, it's just.
It's giving
it's just giving added to what he's already created.
Yeah.
He is so dope. He's gonna be there Saturday.
Okay.
He's just amazing. And then I have things like friends like Chelsea, who is another great artist.
We
did writing sessions together. She is a phenomenal writer. When she started out, she was producing her own stuff.
Okay.
Wasn't no other artist doing that.
Yeah.
Half of us didn't even have a single yet.
Right.
And she was already producing her own stuff. And her voice is like butter.
Her voice is
But
nice.
she is very pop culture.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. And then you have myself, who is more of a soulful singer.
Yeah.
You know, sultry is my thing.
Yeah.
So like, as long as I can get a good pat.
Everybody.
Yeah. That's right. I know. So we have a joke right there. Yeah. See, we have a joke where like they joke on me, like my band and some of my close friends. They're like, we can tell when you be having a good time because you get to rock. You can stand on that microphone and your hand go on that mic and you get to.
Yes.
I said, I can't stop.
That's the church.
That's the church.
I'm telling you.
I said, I ain't stomping, I ain't feeling it.
Yeah.
So,
that's fact.
we're all like, and just saying that we're all artists of different styles.
Yeah.
But the support is all the same.
Yeah.
The love is all the same. And so it doesn't matter if you're an R&B singer. It doesn't matter if you're a country singer. It doesn't matter if you're a rapper. If you go out and support and introduce yourself. Yeah. Like if you come to my show and you tell me you're a rapper and you got rap music out, the first thing I'm gonna do is pull my phone out, follow you on Instagram. Yes. I'm going down. I don't just stream, especially local artists. Yeah. I'm not gonna just stream an artist. I'm gonna go down and download and add it to my.
Because you understand. That's real support.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna share your video. You send me a video on Instagram and say, hey, can you share this music video? Share it.
Yeah.
I'm listening to it and I'm sharing. It's all it takes. Because we're all trying to get somewhere. Yeah. And there is enough. There's enough for all of us to eat.
Enough seats at the table.
It is. There's enough room for all of us to eat. Because one of the things that I tell artists all the time when we're just talking is don't forget who you are. Yes. People can sing a dime a dozen. Mm-hmm. It used to be if you could sing, they was like, oh wow, you're a singer. Yeah. But now it's like
American Idol, all these shows.
Everybody can sing now.
Yeah.
But what sets you apart?
Yeah.
What sets you apart? Who are you? Yeah. And until you find out who you are, you'll blend in and you won't stand out. Mm-hmm. And so even though you're standing out, being your authentic self, you're still you. So the people who need what you have is gonna come.
Yes.
I ain't gotta compete with Jazz. I'm not competing with Pat. I'm not competing with anybody. Because we all have the mindset of we're being our authentic selves. So the people who need what we got are gonna come, and that's not even with music. That's just your life general. Whether you have a clothing line, you do real estate, you do hair, you do any type of business that you have. Know that if you stick with your authentic self and perfect you, don't try to change you, perfect you. Get better at what you do. With what you have. And from there, the people that need what's inside of you will be drawn to you.
Absolutely. Listen, I can tell he done came out of church. I feel like he getting a sermon. You know what I mean? It's the spirit. He's pulling it. He's pulling it.
I am a PK kid. So.
What I realized is I think the year of 2023 is the year of everybody. I know, I watch it down my timeline. People just are joyous about themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I don't have to, like you were saying, I don't have to be nobody else. I don't got to do what nobody else is doing. We can be ourselves separately. And I can still shine, and so can you.
Coexist. That was the topic in my salon today. That right there, still just authentic selves and still coexisting, and it's okay. Like I always say, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be cool with everybody too. I feel like somewhere in the world, someone told us everyone needs to like everybody. It's like it's okay. No, you don't. We have to be cordial. We all share this earth. We can be respectful, but we don't have to like everything. So take that likability thing away and just focus on you and whatever, and let go back to what you're saying. Like what's for you is for you. Your target audience will draw themselves to you. So everybody's not meant for you. I may be a little too loud with some people. Your music may be too little slow for some folks, but the people that like that, like that. The people that like the way I move, like the way I move. People that like your work, they like your work. So people that's meant for you are going to come to you.
They're going to draw to
business or life, like y'all already said. So.
And on that note, everybody's loud. Got to go off because y'all getting too much sauce. Y'all can get the rest on YouTube. Y'all tune in on YouTube. It will be dropping on the 22nd. We are not done. So y'all be sure to tune in for the next part of this on YouTube, y'all, okay? Make sure you tell them bye, Kristoffer, because they about to go. Let them know. Yes.
I love that y'all see my face so close. Hey,
y'all. You can turn this live into a reel. That's dope.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah, that is. They just started doing that feature where you can turn your live into a reel.
They better do that.
It'd be like, live video ended. Cool. Now is it here? Because if I go away, I'm going to be upset.
Y'all got y'all's video? Everybody got the video.
Sure. Can I? What do I do? Instagram. I close it. That's what I do.
So, Kristoffer, I heard you telling Deanna or Daisy. Let me redo that.
Whatever my name is.
Kristoffer, I heard you telling Daisy that you moved to Harlem after was it Harlem that you lived in Harlem? How was that experience?
It was a whole new world.
Right,
literally.
Yes.
Literally, it was fast. New York is just fast paced, constantly.
That's my type of vibe.
Didn't have to worry about driving because there's too many people there, so you'll be late if you try to drive somewhere because you're stuck in traffic. So you walk a few blocks, you take the subway, you get off subway, walk a couple more blocks, and you're there. It's like it's literally fast paced. You gotta shut
feet to the pavement.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah.
And it taught me, being there taught me like you can't drag your feet on nothing, right? Because they gonna move, and the people there, because they're so accustomed to that, you'll get left behind.
Yeah.
You know, even the people that you cool with, that you came with, if they from there and they live there and that's their environment, you gonna be left. They gonna be gone. You gonna be left. So you gotta move. It was an experience. It was too fast for a young 18-year-old boy, Southern boy from Huntsville, Alabama. So I had to come on back down south.
Did you
sound like you left the army?
I know, right?
You got come back to the real world.
Did you tap into like the music out there?
I did go to a few jazz clubs. I did. Their jazz is like the history.
Yes. Cotton Club.
Like you get the. We went
House
to
of Blues,
I went to the one place. My cousin took me there, and he was like, "That's where NDRE and
I would have fainted.
Right.
And they already used to go in there
perform,
and
like,
just sit there. And it's just literally was just like an unplugged set.
Yeah.
It's like they just go in there. There's a mic right there. It wasn't no large band. It ain't no big stage. It ain't even no fancy place. They just get up there, sit on the stool. She would strum her guitar and just sing.
Yes. I would have fainted.
And they have lots of people up there that do that. Lots of people.
Oh my God.
And or spoken word.
Yeah.
So it's just that's just what they did. And so I was like, so now that Huntsville is doing the same thing. I was like, finally.
Yes. That's what's up.
That's what Huntsville needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was the place meant for it. So it's good to have artists like yourself that care enough about your craft to want to share it with the rest of us.
Yeah.
And we appreciate it. I know I do.
Yes, I know I most definitely do. So one thing we always ask is if there is anything to upcoming. I actually seen somebody ask Shirley Raff this while she was getting her grant.
Yeah, I thought that was dope.
And they asked her and said, what would you tell your 15-year-old self?
Oh, the globe.
Yeah, the globe. Yeah, I said
the globe.
Yes. So what would you tell your 15-year-old self or somebody that's similar to you that's age 15 that wants to be where you are at one day? What would you tell them in order to keep going and to get in your position?
I would tell them, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Feel whatever you're feeling and keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
And be you.
Yes.
Be proud of you and love the skin that you're in. They may pick fun now, but they're going to be applauding later.
Yes.
So don't ever not.
Or paying you.
You know, and be you. Be your authentic self, no matter what anybody else thinks. Don't even care about what anybody else thinks. Be you, because you being you, that is going to make people fall in love with you. I used to be so scared to be myself, you know, this young black gay boy. I would just hide it, or like, I used to get picked on a lot because I was dark skinned. I used to get called black a lot, and that was even in high school. I was still being called black, called kunta and stuff. And I'm like,
by your own folks.
By your own folks. And it's not even. It's like I never really had. Growing up in the South, I haven't had the whites call me the N-word.
It
really
that's what I said.
It
was my own people. I didn't experience that. I
called the ugly child because I was dark skinned, darker than my little sister. Yeah. So that was a traumatic experience for me. But as I got older, and now I'm like, look at me now. I'm like the shit.
Yeah. I'm that dude.
There you go. And his crown is clear.
Right, crown is clear. Like you can't tell me that I'm not the shit.
There you go.
Like, you can't.
Every time you show how to form the sentence.
Because if you say it, it's like
invalid statement.
And before you leave the building, you have to compliment something. Because 9 times out of 10, if we're in if we're in the building, I probably own it.
Okay, come on.
You know,
he giving y'all some gems tonight. You turned the live on right on time.
I mean, that's really how
that's being yourself. That's that part of how they told first interview, he kept himself grounded, but I'm be confident in my bag.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
Do both. You've been grounded this whole time. You gotta pop your shit.
Right, and so you can do both. Keep yourself grounded. Keep yourself grounded, but be confident in who you are. So that's what I would tell my 15-year-old self. Be confident in who you are.
I love that.
Like your people will love you.
Your people gonna find you.
Like think of me, I'm getting married on Friday. Same sex, black same sex male couple, because we in the South. A lot of
in a state that don't even actually still recognizes it, quite honestly.
They have to, because
they have to.
It's an amendment. It can't be taken away.
No, it can't be. But they can kill it. Let me ask you this: did y'all go to the courthouse to get your license and stuff already?
We have our license, but we're doing a actual
wedding. Yes, you do our wedding. Yeah, y'all did the thing though, right?
So we have our certificate printed out, but we're not. We're making that a part of the ceremony.
Right.
That's
dope. They don't officiate. And I say not recognize. They don't officiate you or anything here no more. You have to find someone. That's what I'm saying. You have to find your own officiator. You have to get your own everything.
My fiance is a part of Unity Fellowship Church Baltimore.
Okay.
They're an inclusive and a diversity church. The pastor is the same sex lover.
Okay.
So he's coming down. He's marrying us And
That's
my family's gonna. We got over 200 something people at this wedding.
Okay, so y'all moving like y'all really are.
Right,
Okay,
and
good.
we are
excited,
and my whole family's gonna be there.
That's
amazing.
cool.
They are Pentecostal preachers.
That's amazing.
But they love me.
They love you and they love you. They love him too, I bet.
Oh,
I know more than you.
Because they
They're like,
oh, bye.
I know, I married
It's
one.
not judgment. You know what I'm saying? It's no judgment.
It's no
It's
judgment.
you're free
Yeah.
to be yourself because love is really love.
Yeah,
And
Love
that's
is free.
And that's like, even though I'm a singer, you'll see me sing songs that say girl. You see me sing songs that say guy.
Yeah.
It's because
You're a musician.
I'm a musician. I'm gonna relate to
Everybody.
I love that you say that.
That's why I think it was such a thing with Frank Ocean for so many years. Because like out of all them years, no one heard it. Somebody just was bored of him and go, wait, did he say boy?
Mm-hmm.
He said boy in that lyric? I was like, okay, he said girl in 15 other songs.
Right.
I just now realized he said, boy, we've been heard this in 8th grade.
They did the exact same thing.
Like, yes, I'm saying, like, where were you? Like, so Neo writes all of Beyonce songs, so is he good now? Because he writes all Beyonce songs and Kirsten's songs. And everybody's songs. Because Neo just sits down and hears the story and can relate. Because that's all he doing is relating a story.
2023 now.
Honey, please.
Love
is love.
Love who you want to love.
Yes.
Who makes your life better.
Yes.
Love who enhances your life.
Mm-hmm.
Love who, and my fiance, he is everything.
Yes.
He's a big supporter.
Everything.
Right, he's a big supporter. He is behind the scenes a lot of times when I'm doing music stuff. He handles the business side.
Yeah.
I handle the creativity music side, and he handles the business side.
That's
So it's like, I don't even have to worry about it. He got it.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about
She
nobody.
manages everything.
Right? You don't have to worry about nobody trying to get over.
Nope.
That's the beauty.
Yes. I love that's the kind of love you have to have. So
Balance.
balanced love, supportive love, you know, like you said, somebody that elevates you and you can elevate them, you know what I mean? So before we get out of here, we want to make sure that the people know where to reach you. Yeah. What you have coming up next, because we know you have the show coming up on the 21st. So just let them know where they need to follow you at, what platforms they can find your music on.
All right.
And send yourself on out.
Perfect. So on Facebook, you can follow me at Kristoffer Leshaun. That is KRISTOFFER. Leshaun, LESHAUN. So Kristoffer Leshaun on Facebook. On Instagram, I'm Kristoffer_Leshaun Music. You can also go to my website, www.kristofferleshaun.com. That's where you can purchase the tickets to this Saturday. You don't want to miss this show. When I tell people all the time, they have let a musician, they have let me, the universe have made me sit down for a whole year. That is a whole year of creativity.
What? Content.
You know, and
content?
Right. And I had to sit still.
Yes.
And so
it was like half of it like thought process, writing stuff down. Yes. Coming up with different ideas. Music that you've heard and that you love, you never heard it the way I'm going to sing it.
I know that's
and
right.
so you've let me sit down for a whole year. The first show that I'm doing in this new year is going to set the standard for shows for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And I've even told myself, I'm like, shoot, after this show, I really got to come with it because I'm setting the bar. I'm doing things that no other artist has done here.
Yeah.
So you know, it's all the way from the opener. Then I got friends that are coming, like Jasmine, Kinsey, Pat, Jamar. I'm so excited about them coming because this is the first time the three of us have shared a stage together.
Oh, okay.
We've always been to venues, the same venues, but we've never shared the same stage together.
Yes.
And so this is the first time. So we are excited.
So y'all making this for y'all.
Yeah, so we excited. We all excited. We send in group text like, I'm excited about that. And then we got a lot of people coming down from up north because they'll be here for the wedding. So we got people from New York, Philly, DC.
It's gonna be in the
building, networking,
Baltimore. It's gonna be a lot of people there. VIP sold out 2 months ago.
Yes, see, that's what I'm talking about.
So we got to get your tickets at www.kristofferleshaun.com. Come on.
And that link is in his bio on Instagram, y'all.
Follow me. Let's go. Let's go. I promise you won't be disappointed. We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna make you cry. I'm gonna make it before I whoop
don't
you
make
out.
me cry. I'm an ugly cry.
Listen, and before I leave, and before you leave, you're gonna be junking and jiving.
I know that's right.
We gotta
get a good groove.
Yeah.
We got a good groove. So one of the things that I love is like I have family. We're split between here and DC. And one of the things that I love in DC is they got go-go music.
I must say the Geechee vibes.
I never close out a show.
Yes.
I never close out a show without go-go music.
Yes.
Okay.
So
We gonna get the tickets.
Yes, come on.
I love make sure.
And I have merchandise sold, and then I'm doing a soft launch of a Saturday of my beard and men's skincare.
Because you need it, because they're being
So I haven't cut it because I've been letting it. I've been just testing my products before I put it out.
It's
And
fun.
so
I was looking at
I'm
you
excited.
I was like, look at
You
it.
know, let me see
and
your products.
Afro Crown will be there.
Okay.
She will be there. So
Okay.
Afro Crown, the
Will
one
she
who
have
I'm
her?
sure.
She
She will.
Cause I know she's a vendor. She gonna sell them and have.
She's gonna have a vendor,
Okay.
and I have a vendor for my merchandise as far as Kristoffer, Leshaun, the whole movement, t-shirts, hoodies, and then I have products for my soft launch for beard and skincare. And the back end of my beard and skincare is to promote men's mental health.
Yes.
And so a lot of guys forget,
Yes, I love
think that being vulnerable makes you less masculine.
Mm-mm.
And they have the same mindset of people ask me all the time, what you do to your beard? Take care of your
I
skin.
take care of my skin.
Men don't realize that even though we can grow facial hair, our facial hair will be nothing if we don't take care of our skin. It's not like our scalp.
Yeah.
You have to exfoliate, you have to cleanse. Just like but a lot of guys say that's woman's stuff.
Yeah.
No,
But it's not.
but it's not. And
It's
if you
human.
don't
We all have
He be in the bathroom longer than us fixing his face.
listen, because that's how you get the
You look, he got a black mask on,
Yeah.
a green mask
Come
on.
on, baby.
Come on, hey,
You have to do that, and that doesn't make you less masculine.
Right.
It
It's
doesn't
all
make
the
you
girls.
less- It makes you
It don't matter. That actually
put
gets them more
together.
girls.
Take care of your mental health and your physical appearance.
Yes.
You look
Man.
good. You're a whole.
Yeah.
That'll
Make
get
your
you
man
more
look
ladies.
whole.
I'm happy
That's
to
what you
hear
looking
that. I'm
for.
happy to hear that you have just that type of product in general, not only for the beard but the back end. So
Yes. I'm
For
big
the
on mental stuff. I'm a boy
So-
mom, so I'm big on
we
mental
have a
health for
salon
men.
next door with a barber, so you can always come
I'll
in.
bring the
I'm
products.
gonna say bring the products. I
Yeah.
promote them in the shop on a little
All
shop for
natural,
pre-sales.
Like
Yes.
standing in me and my friend. She is a great chemist. She has a product out called Curl Ministry, all natural.
Ooh.
She doesn't buy any off the store anything. So her and her daughter's hair are
So,
super
yes.
long, and all from her. And so we formed together, and I told her my vision for a beard care and what I do for her.
That
And
is
so
awesome.
we come together and we literally chopping up plants, grinding them, oils. Everything is natural.
Yes.
Everything is natural.
She has her own vibration as well.
Must be
Nice.
coming.
Yes,
Nice.
Queen
Nice.
Summer
Yes.
Essentials. Hers is next door. She sells it to the public.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Her own chemist. I took the other one. I
Yes.
She. I'm telling you, like you said, we make it from scratch. Every the ingredients, boil it down, make it all like the clients eat it up, and it's something like you said. It puts a back end to it. Like they know that somebody care about their hair. Somebody cares that it's not nothing just off the shelf with a tag on it. So the fact that you putting that effort into that beauty part, which you know our world is about image half the time, but like you said, the back end of it to just make yourself feel good.
Yeah, it's
You
mental
make
health.
it more than about
that
image.
self care,
Right.
It's about self care.
It's about self-care. Self-care is a whole. You can fix yourself on the outer appearance. If you jacked up on the inside, you are not whole.
Yeah.
And so I believe in being whole.
Ain't no
Take care of
Birkin
your
gonna fix
outside.
that.
No.
Ever.
You know,
Or
and I love Gucci
Or
bags. But ain't no Gucci bag gonna fix your depression.
So
So take care of your outer appearance.
Yes.
And from that, I send out different quotes for men's mental health. I send out different links and tools and people to go to, because a lot of people don't go to therapy because they don't know who to go to. Well, you're gonna see therapists in the list, especially if you're local. Here's a list of therapists. Here's how to get online therapy.
Yeah.
You know, like
Would you be open to do like speaking engagements for mental health and stuff like that?
I actually was about to ask you because I have a
after that hell I went through, if it wasn't for my therapist and me really focusing on mental health, I would have been crazy.
Yeah,
I know.
So-
Yeah,
That's what's up.
That's
So I would love to do that.
It's a black movement for me.
Yes,
I love
black,
black.
black.
everything black. Ain't
Right.
no
Black.
What is all love it?
Right, it's a culture.
Yeah.
It's a culture.
I live.
It's who we we are.
So we appreciate you coming today.
Yes.
So much.
It's fun. I love y'all. Like, I'm like,
You gotta come back.
Wait, this is the first one of the new year, and
Yes.
the first interview of the new year. So you started off the vibes with the new
This
year.
is your own encore, for real.
Yes.
This is the back.
Thank you.
You coming back before you get back on stage, so they'll get to see that, and we appreciate you. We want you to come back for sure,
absolutely.
and give you that.
Definitely got to see how that show went.
Yeah.
And the wedding. So
You know,
the honeymoon, some
We got so
trips,
much to
some
talk
things.
about.
Yeah.
Circle back around
We
and
got
check back
we
in.
got the wedding, the
The
concert,
concert.
and then the closeout for the
Product
whole wedding.
launch.
The whole closeout for the whole wedding weekend
Yeah.
is a drag brunch. So we bring
Oh.
we bring a drag
Yeah.
from
Did y'all see all of our
DC.
lights go
So
on?
you
You
can
really heard, because this is what I've really been trying to do myself. Bring the stud review here, the drag review
Oh
here.
my
We want to put more to
God.
that, all of that. So off camera, we're gonna do all that. Y'all know it. You gonna need an EDA for the rest of it today.
Let's go.
I love
So
it.
let them know where you just came to and talked to. Where was you at just then, Kristoffer?
I am here. Kristoffer Leshaun came all the way here to H-Town Talks, where we talk, we vibe, you listen.
Yo.
Let's get away from the spotlight. We should take our time, do it all night. I don't need the club, let's cuddle up, just you and me. Create a moment for romance. Dim down the lights, baby, slow dance. Let's create a night of sweet